Okay. Is the square root of 3. Okay.
Okay, so you have to take the short leg. What is the short leg in your problem?
25.
And you have to multiply it by the square root of 3.
Okay. Multiply by the square root of 3.
Yes. So that's 25 times the square root of 3.
Yeah. It's 25.
Times the square root of 3.
Yeah, 25 times the square root of 3. It's like 25 times 3.
25 times the square root of 3.
Okay. Okay. 75.
No, Sourish, it's 25 times the square root of 3. You cannot, this is the final answer. You cannot make any adjustments to that.
Three.
25 times the square root of 3. That's it. There's no changes. That's your
No
final answer.
changes. That's it. But
That's
but how come we just have to do 25 times the square root of 3?
that is the answer.
Okay.
That is the answer. There's nothing more to do.
Okay.
Do you have this down in your notes?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at 3C.
Geometry is so hard.
It is getting harder, yeah. Okay. So this one's kind of like 3A. And we talked about this a couple lessons ago. Because the two legs are the same, you have to take the hypotenuse and divide it by the square root of 2.
Okay. All right.
So do you remember how to rationalize this?
Rationalize it.
Yes. You multiply the top and bottom by the square root of 2.
Yes. Okay. Multiply
So
the top and the bottom, and that's 38 square 2 over 2 square 2.
what is the square root of 2 times the square root of 2? What does that
Just
become?
square root of 2.
Nope, try again. What is the square root of 2 times the square root of 2?
4.
Square root of 4. And what does the square root of 4 reduce to?
2. Square root of
Okay.
2.
Can you divide 38 by 2?
Yes.
What is that?
I'm getting to it. 19.
19 square root of 2. Good. So that's your answer.
Okay. All right.
We're going to look at the next one here.
Okay.
All right. Can you tell me what the square root of 9 is?
The square root of 9 is, yes, it's 3.
It's 3. So 30 degrees is across from the short leg. So 3 is the short leg of this triangle.
Yeah.
Okay. The hypotenuse is double the short leg. What's the value of the short leg?
It's the value of the short leg. The value of the short leg. You should divide them.
What did you just tell me the value of the short leg is?
3.
So what is double the short leg? What is 2 times the short leg?
2 times the short leg. Now 3.
What does double mean? What does double mean in terms
Double,
of?
you need to be able to oh wait, square root by 3.
What does the word double mean in terms of?
Double means you have to add up, you have to be able to make yourselves a bonus.
Okay, like let's say your dad says you can play video games for 2 hours each week, but then he says this week I'm going to double it. How many hours can you then watch or play video games?
I can play video games only for 1 hour.
Okay, but let's say you can double it this week.
Okay.
What does that mean?
means you can be able to add up.
Times 2. You're multiplying by 2.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the short leg? What's the value of the short leg, Sourish?
3,
And what's 3 times 2?
6.
So that's the value of h, is 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so G is the long leg. The long leg is the short leg times the square root of 3. What's the value of the short leg, Sourish?
The value of the short leg.
Yes.
The value of the short leg is 3.
So the short leg is 3 times the square root of 3, and that's your final answer.
3 times the square root of 3.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna look at 4 now, 4a. Let me know when you get all this down for the.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna ask you to do for 4a. I want you to draw a picture of the scenario. Okay, the scenario is a ladder is placed against a wall. So I'd want you to draw a picture representing this.
A 30-foot. Okay, it's got draw a picture. Okay.
Yeah, I just want you to sketch a picture. Let me know when you've done that. How are you doing on your picture?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just drawing. So a 30-foot ladder. Think the wall is like a rectangle.
So here's one possibility, Sourish. This is the wall and this is the ladder.
How do you think that is the wall when it's not even that squarey?
And then here's the other possibility. Some students prefer to draw it this way. Which one does yours look like?
Okay. The ladder is 30 and the
But which one do you look at? Because these are triangle problems. So which do you prefer, kind of the ladder going to the right or the ladder going to the left?
ladder going to the left.
So this one on this drawing over here on the right, this is one you prefer? Okay. So let's use that one. Okay, and I'm just going to redraw the triangle without the words. Okay, so here we go. We got this. And the ladder is 30 feet. Is the 8 on the bottom or on the left here? Where does that 8 go?
The 8 goes at the bottom.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to call the height here h. Okay, do you recall how to solve for one side of a triangle? What do you use to solve for one side of the triangle?
What do you use to solve one side of a triangle? The h.
Yes, what do you use to solve for one side of a triangle?
You have to use the you have to find out the hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse is given, it's 30.
Yeah.
So how do you find the third side of a triangle? You said it to start out our lesson. You actually said it perfectly. What is
A
this
squared plus
that,
b squared, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know that 8 squared plus 30 squared equals
okay,
c
so
squared.
hang on, Sourish. The H is the leg. H is really a leg. It's B. You can think of that as B. It's the hypotenuse that's C.
8 squared plus 8 squared equals 30 squared.
Yes. Okay. 8 squared is 64. 30 squared is 900. H squared equals 200 and, I'm sorry, 836. Okay, can you take the square root of that for us, please?
The square root of that, yes. $698,896.
You're taking a square root, sir. Square root of both sides. The ladder can't be, the wall can't be taller than the ladder. So take the square root of that number, please.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yes, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
I mean, you just have to grab a calculator and
Yes, I'm doing it. It equals only 36. 836.
you're taking the square root of 836. Is that right?
Yes, it's 836.
It's not the same number, Sarge. They're using a calculator.
Yes, I am, but I cannot find the square root of it.
Okay, well, let me have you use the Desmos scientific calculator. Get a link to that for you. You've got to be able to do this. I mean, this is a basic thing to be able to do tomorrow on the test or quiz. The square root symbol looks like the square root button.
Okay, I'm trying to press this. There we go. It's working. Okay.
Is it clear what I'm asking you to do?
Yes, I'm doing it.
Okay. I'm asking you to type this into the computer.
I'm doing it. Okay, got it down.
Okay, what is this?
Equal
What does that equal?
28.91366.459.
Okay, so what are we gonna round that to?
Well, we're gonna round that to we have to round that to the nearest 1,000.
Okay, so let's go round it to 29. Let's call it 29.
29 squared.
Let's say it's about 29. Okay,
Okay. All
all
right.
right. So that's your answer to part A, 29 feet. So that height of that's 29 feet there.
Yeah.
All right. Is that okay? Do you have this? Do you have this down in your notes?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
I
Want
was
to?
just burping. That's what I was doing.
Do you need a moment to write this down?
Okay, let me just have a quick checkup to write this down. It's just Mr. Matthew.
I'm sorry. What is your question?
Matthew.
Yes.
Whenever I was in school, our teacher just gives us our teacher just always makes bigger problems whenever we when he always does bigger problems on the board for what we worked on. And it's like
Okay.
bigger, larger math problems in there, and it's like so much very harder. When I was trying to get the answer, he doesn't say that I'm correct.
Well, you're correct here, 29 feet. So let me know when you
Yeah.
get this down so we can move on to part B.
Yeah, let's move on because it's just like whenever like in school it just happens like Mr. Smith is just becoming my teacher is just becoming a very mean.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, he's just getting a little mean and he always keeps on making jokes and which is not very happy about him.
All right, so part B, it says if the 25-foot ladder in part A slides down the wall 18 inches. So we're going to draw our picture again from part A. So part A, 30-foot ladder, 29 and 8. Okay. So that's from part A. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Mhm.
Now here's what happens. The ladder slides down the wall. Okay, so it slides down 18 inches. Now we got to convert that to feet. Do you remember how to convert inches to feet?
Convert inches to feet. Yes, convert inches to feet. I think okay, it's measurements. It's measurements.
18 inches times how many inches are in 1 foot?
Oh my god. That is all right. Is this in Desmos?
No, I'm asking you how many inches are in 1 foot?
Oh, 12.
12 inches are in 1 foot. 18 divided by 12 is 1.5 feet.
18 divided by 12 is 1.5 feet.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, measurements are just one of the hardest math.
Okay, so instead of being at 29 feet, you have to subtract 1.5 from that because it's going down, slides down the wall. What is 29 minus 1.5?
29 minus 1.5. All right, got this. 27.5.
That's right. So it's 27.5. And now we want to find x. Okay. What allows you to find the third side of a triangle?
Per side of a triangle.
Yes.
For that right there, you need to be able to just find, you have to be able to make it a square root.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yes,
What is this?
27.5 squared plus, wait, 27.5 is a B.
Okay. What's A?
A is just X.
Okay, good. Equals 30 squared.
Yes.
All right, so I want you to square 27.5 for us, please.
Okay.
Can you give me the result, please?
Yes. X squared plus, all right, 27.5 times 27. I'm getting into it. I'm getting to it. $756.25 equals 900.
Now you're going to subtract the 756.25 from both sides. Can you do that for me?
Subtract 756.75 minus 900.
900 minus 756.25.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for me, Sourish?
143.75.
Okay. So x squared equals 143.75.
And now we have to find the square root. Right?
That's right. So take the square root of both sides.
All right, I got this. It's 11.98957,881.
Okay. So really close
AKA
to
12.
12. So the new x is 12. That it's been pushed out to. Okay, that is it for that problem. So that's really well done.
Yeah.
What should we do with the remaining time that we have today?
I think I have to go and do some homework time right now. So I think we're done
Okay.
for today.
All right.
And tomorrow I don't and Thursday I don't have tutoring because it's rodeo break.
All right. Well, I will see you next week. I hope you have a great rodeo break and
Yeah.
enjoy your time off.
Yeah, I think I'll be using these notes for these